Namaste, Sacred Masters, and welcome to this pick a card session for your shadow work. We have the deck shuffle and 3 random cards from the Dark Mirror Oracle deck placed before you. If you want to purchase this deck, look for the link in the description box below. You can pause the video and take your time to see if any of these cards resonate with you, and then use the time code in order to jump to the card you choose. This is card 1, 2, and 3. Don't forget there are many more pick a card videos to choose from. You can find them in my playlist, Shadow Work Pick a Shadow Card, on my channel's main page, so don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell for more pick a card sessions. After you pick your card, I will explain what each card means in the book. Now, the book's description is poetic and can be confusing sometimes, but for the sake of sharing, I will read it out, then give you my interpretation of it. You will hear my interpretation when I remove my mask and speak with my normal voice. I will also give you a shadow prompt in order to get started on some shadow work based on the card you pick, together with Grabovia codes to help with your shadow work sessions, or sometimes a link to another video relating to the matter. Alright, let's get started. Pick a card and jump to the timestamp. The card you pick is Addicted, represented by the waxing crescent moon face, and is illustrated by a white sparkly hair over a scarred, melted, downcast face. Is the hand melting or already long gone? A chain chokes his neck, and many spikes pierce the back. The sentence that resonates with the card is, "Freedom was the worst of lies. I could have been a slaver or a slave, but I choose the latter." This card represents addiction to something. To drugs, to love, to company, to evil, to pain, to safety, to making simple everything that can be deep. Or they have in common the feeling of being lost if we ever are without it. Freedom is not a friend, as it promises responsibility, failure, and challenges. Freedom can be taken, can be broken, can be stripped naked and whipped and abused. Slavery is much cleaner choice. If you give away at the beginning, how can they take it from you? So, how can it be that easy to believe that freedom is an illusion, and it's so hard to feel that slavery is an illusion as well? That the sky has a limit, but the chains have one as well. The irony of it all, when we lost the desire much before losing the will to fight, is that it's actually possible to reach for the sky even when bound by chains. Oftentimes we think of addiction, it has a bad connotation to it. Drugs, alcohol, cigarettes. But we often can take addiction and make it good as well. We have seen so many jokes that underlays a sense of pride to caffeine addiction, for example, or to be obsessed with fashion or video games. Just because it's socially acceptable does not mean the addiction is good. Addiction hides behind the veil of pride, and if we make it socially acceptable, we don't feel so bad about the addiction. If you were to forget about what makes you happy, satisfied, or feel socially accepted, ask yourself today in your shadow prompt, other than survival needs, what am I addicted to? As long as you have a compulsive, chronic, physiological, or psychological need for a habit-forming substance, behavior, or even an activity, what can you accept that you're addicted to, and how can you slowly break the chains of addiction? You may love your coffee, but are you a slave to it if you need it to function in a day? Do you feel like you cannot decompress unless you are binge-watching your favorite TV show? While you do not have to give it up completely, what other ways can you find to substitute your addiction, so that rather than being a slave to it, you're merely enjoying it in a healthier way? Use the Grabovia code 533353 to help with addiction. If you want to know how to use Grabovia codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prompt and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste. The card that you picked is Peaceful Among Thorns and is represented by the first quarter moon phase. It is illustrated with a futuristic monk, his skin crossed by small circuitry, meditates in the lotus position. An 8-pointed star inscribed within a circle is at his back, like thorns piercing the air. A golden lotus aura envelopes his body. The sentence that resonates with this card is, coexistence of the material and the spiritual is the human way to enlightenment. We talk too much about spiritual stuff, spiritual this, spiritual that. Not that the spiritual side isn't important, especially in an age where everything seems reduced to a materialistic drive, but aren't we going too much to the other side? I have a money problem, go spiritual. I have a health problem, go spiritual. I have a love problem, think of true love and go spiritual. I want to have sex, go spiritual. If we were truly able to solve problems like this, what is spiritual would have been sold in grocery stores. Sometimes to solve money problems, you need money. And to solve love problems, you need to have sex. Strange, but true. Getting spiritual is not what solves our problems, it is what gives depth to our solution. It makes them meaningful. It takes us from the small to the wide, from the river to the ocean. But sometimes we're not ready to make it ours, and therefore it's perfectly fine if we do not. This card speaks some truth in that we tend to use spirituality to run away from our problems instead of fixing it. Oftentimes, we fall prey into trying to manifest our dreams and desires, but we are getting all the wrong instructions from fake gurus who want your money to buy into their courses, consultations, and seminars. I talked a lot about it in my video Shadow Work vs. Law of Attraction, which you can click on the link above or description box below to find out more. Spirituality is a tool for us to use. The true answers lie within you. You don't find your answers by faking happiness and trying to get in a high vibe. You find your answers by accepting your shadow. Use the shadow prompt. How have I used spirituality to escape my problems? When you look within, you will find that those problems did not go away, whether it is love or money, but rather the problem is suppressed. When you look at what the problem is, you can take active steps to fix it. It is called the law of inspired action. That's how the universe works. In your journey to fix the problems, spirituality is thus a powerful tool that helps you. But first, you have to take the journey. Use the Grabovia code of 918-77569-81818 to give yourself the protection you need in this journey. If you want to know how to use Grabovia codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prompt and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste. The card you pick is Hiding Your True Self, and is represented by the third quarter moon. It is illustrated in a dazzling light where there is a hint of a door, like the door to a Hammam. Outside, draped in scarlet tunics, stand two women, one under the sign of the sun and the other beneath the sign of the moon. The sentence that resonates with this card is, You could be in front of a mirror, or you could hide behind a mirror, yet you chose to be the mirror. What this card means is we all hide. Hiding is a survival instinct. Do you want to be truly honest with yourself? Very few people will accept you then. You are too complicated to be comfortable, too plain to be considered, too contradictory to be easy, too exceptional to be believed, too plain to be considered. You can be the sun, you can be the moon, you can be the door, you can be the road, you can be the butterfly and the break. Maybe the question is not if, but when. Sometimes real solitude is when there is not a right moment to be yourself, and not the right person, and neither the right way. Being yourself like a moment in a spa. It is a massage for the soul, a purification process that brings in oxygen and turns away age and wear. It is bliss and pleasure. Oftentimes we hide behind a mask or a mirror so that we can blend in better with our surroundings, society, culture. We have a need to feel like we belong, and that's when we repress our true selves. Has there been something that you are embarrassed to do, like you are self-conscious about it, like singing or dancing? Ask yourself in a shadow prompt today, what is something I used to enjoy doing that I don't do anymore? This is not about doing something you don't like, it's about rekindling that spirit again. Even if you want to do it alone, like sing in the shower again, start to do it. You're also rejuvenating the shadow child in you. Use the Grabovio code 48189517499814 to encourage your self-esteem to grow while you're doing this shadow work. If you want to know how to use Grabovio codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prompt and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste.